Hello, welcome to Biography TV. If you're new here, please subscribe and turn on the notification so you don't miss our next video. Biography of Francisco José Fadul. Francisco José Fadul was a politician in Guinea-Bissau who served as Prime Minister from 1998 to 2000. He was a man who was not afraid to say his mind, and for a politician, that can earn you several enemies, and he surely had lots of them. Fadul was born on the 15th of December 1953. He became the Prime Minister of Guinea-Bissau and headed Government of National Unity on the 3rd of December 1998. Of course, before you land such a big appointment, you must have been involved in the political scene. For Fadul, he had worked as a political advisor to General Ansumane Mané. Mané spearheaded the rebellion against President João Bernardo Vieira that led to a civil war in the country. Shortly after he became Prime Minister, Fadul granted an interview to the Portuguese newspaper Expresso, where he accused President Vieira of several evils, including murder, beatings, slander, and humiliation of political figures. He also claimed Vieira had enriched himself with public funds and by so doing had become one of the richest men in the world. He claimed his entire wealth was almost equal to the sum of the country's foreign debt. In the interview, he went on to call for the return of Guinea-Bissau's first president from exile, Luis Cabral, who was ousted by Vieira in 1980. When Kumbayala was elected president, Fadul lost his position as Prime Minister to Caetano Inchama. This happened in February 2000. It was only a matter of time before hostility developed between the two men, with Fadul accusing Inchama of corruption. In October 2002, the latter declared that he would take legal action against Fadul for what he considered false accusations against him. On the 18th of December 2002, Fadul was elected as the president of the United Social Democratic Party (PUSD) during the party's convention. PUSD was one of the main opposition parties. As the 2005 presidential elections approached, Fadul declared his candidacy for the elections, but in May of that year, he was barred by the Supreme Court on technical grounds. You know, in politics, your opponents can use anything against you. For Fadul, the issue raised was that the court could not get confirmation from two people who were indicated to have signed his nomination papers. A PUSD spokesman came out to say Fadul's exclusion was not really about confirming signatories, but that he was being victimized on account of the fact that his father was Lebanese. After a while of talks and drama, the Supreme Court reversed itself and cleared Fadul to participate in the elections. After overcoming that hurdle, the elections took place on the 19th of June 2005. Sadly for Fadul and his party, he finished fourth with only 2.85% of the vote. In 2006, Fadul asked Namuano Diaz, who was a member of his party, to resign from his position as Minister for Justice in the government. This, he said, was because Diaz had been accused of corruption. When Diaz refused to do so, with the Prime Minister rejecting Fadul's call, in protest, Fadul resigned from his position as leader of the PUSD. He also resigned from his position as special advisor to President Vieira. He left politics altogether for a period, returning the next year to establish a new political party, the Party for Democracy, Development and Citizenship, PADEC, in May 2007. Fadul seemed to have a flair for controversy. On the 19th of July 2007, he was at it again demanding for the dismissal or resignation of the government of Prime Minister Martino Ndafakabi. He made this call because the government had dissolved the National People's Assembly and planned for elections in March 2008. He argued further that the government was illegitimate because it was based on a pact involving three parties, two of which had disputed leaderships. Later, serving as president of the Tribunal of Accounts, Fadul announced he would sue Prime Minister Kabi for character assassination and slander, saying that Kabi had accused him falsely of financial corruption. With Fadul being quick to criticize the government, it came as no surprise when he cried out that after he spoke against the military and the Prime Minister in 2009 at a press conference, 2 days later, he was visited by security agents at night and beaten up severely. He said they accused him of talking too much and not minding his business. After Fadul's revelation, RADO, a human rights group, condemned the treatment, which they said was similar to the one experienced by the lawyer Pedro Infanda. The group feared that the country was seeing a reign of terror. Perhaps Fadul believed strongly that he could right all the wrongs if given the chance to head the government. So, he again declared his intention to run for the office of the president in June 2009 elections. However, his candidature was again rejected by the Supreme Court in May 2009. The reason this time was that being the president of the Tribunal of Accounts and a member of the bar, it was not legal to run for office of president while still holding those positions. This time, the decision of the court stood, and Fadul's dream of becoming president was once again dashed. What have we missed out of this biography of Fadul? Let's know in the comment section. Will it be ridiculous to subscribe to our channel? If no, please like this video, share, and subscribe to our channel.